Workers are in some big trouble, accused of exploiting the elderly.
Detectives say the two stole jewelry and money from senior citizens they were supposed to be helping. News Channel 8's Rod Carter joins us now live at the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office with some 8 on your side information on how we can protect our loved ones. Rod?
Well, you know, Jen, it's a very sad story. You hire someone, a home health care expert, to come in, take care of an elderly loved one, only to find out that that person has been robbing them blind. Well, tonight, some expert tips on how you can keep this from happening to people you love. They were entrusted with the care of senior citizens, but detectives say these two women, 66-year-old Kathy Elliot and 42-year-old Anita Puskas, did not just take care of them, they took them for everything they could.
Elliot was stealing large amounts of jewelry from her victims and pawning it at different pawn shops, while the other suspect was using the victim's credit card, the ATM debit card, and the credit card to purchase something at one point.
Detectives say the two worked for Hanson Services out of Sun City Center. Detectives tell us that they robbed a 67-year-old, an 85-year-old, and a 98-year-old, and there may be more.
So we're thinking that possibly there are other victims.
Now, there are some things to do to protect your loved ones. I talked with Genevieve Fault, the owner of Aging Care Advocates. She told me there has to be a system of checks and balances.
Make sure that there's an inventory of items, valuables in the house, as well as financial assets, so that the family can keep a track of those items and make sure that they remain there. And
here's some numbers that may startle you. Older Americans are losing roughly $2.9 billion every single year to people who take advantage of them. 55% of all financial abuse occurs within families, and only 1 in 44 financial abuse cases are ever reported.
But they can't assume that that caregiver is going to do right all the time. They have to be involved. They have to check in. If they don't live locally or if they're too busy, they could hire someone to check in.
And again, the bottom line is you really have to be just very diligent about taking care of your loved ones. Now, between those two women, they face a number of charges, including exploitation of an elderly person, grand theft, also fraudulent use of a credit card, as well as dealing in stolen property. We have one final 8 on your side tip for you. This is very important for you, Jen. If you or someone you know may be the victim, or if you know someone who may be the victim of elderly abuse, there's a number you can call. You can call the Adult Protective Services number. It's 1-800-96-ABUSE. You don't have to see it, actually. You can get it secondhand. They'll go out and investigate it, and you can certainly keep it confidential. You don't have to use your name at all, but it's very important to get that number, 800-96-ABUSE. Jen?
All right. Rod Carter reporting live for us from Hillsborough County. Thank you so much.